Welcome to the AFL Fantasy Banter podcast. I'm your host, Angus, and I'm here with
Andrew, coach of the Logan Bogans, and the green vest wearer for this week. As if I lost this week, man.
I'm so glad it's not me.
Fuck.
Thank God. 1-1 right now for people keeping score. I lost the week before. Andrew loses this week. Thank God.
You lost the week before, but you also lost prior to the podcast the week before that. Week before that.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count
unless we're on the podcast. So
yeah,
it doesn't matter at all.
I guess we're 50-50 because I lost this week. But all thanks to a couple of spuds that we'll get into
We'll be
in
getting
a
to
second.
that really shortly. Let's start it off, Andrew. What did you score this week? How much did you move in the positive, negative, and what's your overall now?
I have to start, don't I?
You have to start, of course.
Okay, I scored 2,089. Now, if you guys remember from last week, I was ranked at about 1,001st. I actually dropped 1,990 ranks, and I'm now. Yeah, pretty much.
Beautiful.
Yeah, pretty much. 2,991 is where I sit right now. I've pretty much tripled my rank in a week.
Yeah, but it's not hard to triple your rank when you're almost triple digits. So.
It didn't help considering you were ranked 15,000th and you scored more than we this week.
So I scored 2,116 this week.
20 points.
And I moved negative 3,043 spots, which leaves me at an overall of 18,943.
You somehow dropped more than me.
I dropped more than you and I scored more than you, which is just beautiful, and you're ranked higher than me. So,
well, look, we'll get back, but I'm really not happy with my score. In particular, my captain.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that in a second. There's some huge news that's been happening over the course of the week.
There has been a lot
to do with a particular ruckman, which we'll go through in a second.
Maximus Gawn.
Let's go through the overview of trades, shall we? Let's get you to start this one.
Mine. I was happy with mine this week. So this week I traded in Christian Petrarca. I also traded in Angus Anderson. So two good trades, both on field. As many forwards you can get. It's going to be perfect. And I traded out Brian Myers with his ACL and Caleb Windsor.
For his first good score of the year.
Second good score. He had a good score.
Sorry, I forgot about that 90.
But that is his second best score of the year. Traded him out for that. He was always going to score well against the Tigers, but he's going to be back to his 40s next week.
Yeah.
He was bleeding cash. I had to get rid of him at some point.
An anomaly is what I would call that.
Absolutely.
You desperately still have to get off Windsor. He scored an 80 on you, but so did Jagger Smith and a couple of other rookies.
All the rookies.
Jai Sarong was 5 points off him as well. You just got to keep in mind, he was complete dog shit before this, and he's going to go straight back to that.
Get rid of him. Can you hit us with what you did this week, Drewy?
Yeah, so trade-ins for me this week were Grundy and Anderson. I chased Grundy.
Yeah, big chase.
He had a huge matchup, and as you guys are well aware, I love benching McAndrew. So I decided to get Grundy on field and get McAndrew off. Now, this is where my trades kind of fell apart a little bit, because this is what made my rank tank, I reckon, with a combination of other things. But with my trades, I had Dawson and Bont traded out because I was under the assumption that both of them were not playing for an unspecified amount of time.
He owes me his whole life. I told him to hold Bontempelli this week.
Yes, thank you, because he was actually one of my highest scorers this week.
He
He was desperately needed, and same with Dawson. But yeah, I'd actually decided to last minute trade out Brune and McAndrew, who I saw in my team as two of the mid prices, when in reality I probably should have just traded Tom McCarthy.
Yeah, but you live and you learn. Brune with 106 this week.
That's disgusting.
McAndrew with an 84 this week. So
yeah, look, I went early on Brune. Yeah, and I really didn't like doing that trade that much, but I just saw Grundy as just being the number one priority, considering where his break even sat, where his price sat. Yeah. I felt like if you were going to jump on a second ruck, last week was the week to do so.
You're going to have them all week.
Well, unless you're going for Jackson, but I'm obviously not doing that. So I think Grundy's week for trade-in was last week, and even though I got rid of Brune for that, I do have Grundy for the rest of the year now. So.
And McAndrew as well.
Yeah, McAndrew's gone too, but he was going to be on the chopping block in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's going to need to be a trade-out target coming up soon.
Yeah,
so 72. Kind of.
So, yeah, look, Grundy scored great. I was expecting a little bit more considering what the matchup was, but he actually saved that. Yeah, that last quarter was huge. But McAndrew was on the chopping blocks in the next couple of weeks. Tanner Bruin is a great pick and will still be a good hold.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm pretty sure he has defender status coming up in round 12.
Yeah, he will be getting that 100%.
Yeah, so a bit disappointing for me, but I am now looking to make some big upgrades this week.
I like it. All right. let's get into our AFL Fantasy Brownlow for this week. So my +3 was Cozzy Pickett with his 131. My +2 is Archie Roberts, the man himself, with 134. And Will Ashcroft with the +1 with 131. So that leaves my top 3 Brownlow. Archie Roberts leading the way with 6 votes. Harry Sheasel and Cozzy Pickett tied for second on 2 votes. And then I also have a tie with Zach Butters and Josh Shelley in third place on 2 votes each.
See, my Brownlow is going to be really depressing this week because Nick Dacos was the only player that scored above 120 for me this week. So we're going to go through our fantasy Brownlow. I'm going to pay some homage to a couple players here, and they're the 2 guys that I ended up holding. We'll start with the +3 to Jordan Dawson. He was doing everything. He was an all-rounded player in this one. He was dropping down back. He didn't actually have too many CBAs in this game either. So he was mainly picking up those marks around halfback, being the general, if you will. And it paid dividends. He had quite a few marks and had a few touches and not even that many CBAs for that. Considering that's his return game from such a drastic incident, well done, Jordan Dawson. Absolutely. And yeah, you can stay in our team for the rest of the year, I reckon.
Absolutely will be.
Bontempelli is the +2 with 114. Considering how his knee looked last week, that is why he was in my trade this week. The fact that he pulled through and scored over a ton is awesome. So he gets the +2. And my +1 goes to Cookie.
The Cookie Monster?
Braden Cook, he is making my shamble of a forward line look really, really nice with that 72 from a rookie in a Brisbane matchup as well.
Yeah, looking somewhat respectable.
Couldn't be happier with that.
So we'll go back to my Brownlow now. So Cozzy Pickett, 131. Those 4 goals were beautiful, weren't they, to see? Like, they were
he's awful to watch as a non-owner.
Yeah.
But he is a great player and arguably top 10, top 5 even.
He's going to be top 2, I'm going to say, forwards for this comp and top 5 players in the whole comp in general.
That means I have to take him off my never again list.
You're going to have to. You're going to take him off. You can't have Cozzy.
What's the bet? I trade him in, and he's just going to drop me another 60 against Richmond.
Actually, don't trade him in.
No, I'm gonna stay clear, I think. But well done for those that have him.
And my +2, Archie Roberts. Let's get into my boy. Is he a must-have?
He's a must-have, and he's coming in for me this week.
He's coming in.
He's coming in for me this week.
How much is he worth? He's worth like what, 1 point?
He's 1.08.
1.08. He is so close to that.
His break even is less than Nick Newman's.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So it's like number 1 priority in the defense if you're looking there. Mm-hmm. If you can afford it. Like, I've been the biggest Naz lover all preseason and all through the season, and my whole big plan for the defense upgrade was get Naz.
Yeah.
As soon as he's bottomed out in price, get Naz. But I'm just watching Archie Roberts just easily dust up 40 touches every game, and it sucks watching him. So I'm just going to bite the bullet and accept the fact I chose wrong in the preseason, and I'm going to bring him in finally.
Part of it. And then my +1 was Will Ashcroft, 131. You couldn't ask for anything more than him. It was just a good game from the Lions in general. Everyone carved up and had their points shared around. Yeah,
like Lachie Neale was huge in this game as well. And even Dunkley posted up his first ton since round 1 as well. So ridiculous. So he might even be a watch in the next couple of weeks.
Hugh McCluggage is going to be my big watch coming up as well. He is going to be unreal.
I've got a mad call here. Mm-hmm. I don't think we touch Hugh McCluggage yet.
You reckon leave it?
I reckon he's going to be 4th in the CBAs.
Oh, he's going to be 4th in the CBAs for sure.
I just see him pushing out onto a wing a little more now, especially now Will Ashcroft is more established as that bona fide midfielder in the guts with Lachie Neale and Dunkley. I feel like they have their 3, and I feel like McCluggage is needed less in that midfield. He has the ability to push forward and kick goals, which is great, but when it comes to fantasy consistency, you can expect 140s and 70s to 80s.
Well, we're going to be talking about Hugh.
He's definitely value.
Very shortly.
It's the only thing that messes with me is the low tog he's still getting. But that would be something we can talk about.
Yeah.
But definitely going to be a cheap option in that midfield. And it feels like there's a plethora of them at the moment in the midfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially all those Lions boys. They are everywhere at the moment.
Juicy.
Okay. I'm going to roll through my -3 nice and quickly now. So the Spud Farm, the guys that we need to get out of our teams as soon as we possibly can. So my -3 is Colby McKercher with his 69. -2 is Caleb Sarong on his 66. And then my -1 for the second week in a row is Josh Shelley with his 54.
I'm feeling pretty
delve
smug
into
about
it.
not having Rochelle
Oh,
at the
mate,
moment.
I talked him up so highly in our first podcast.
I said in the first podcast we recorded that Murphy Reed was a better pick. Look, he isn't having a whole bunch of consistency himself, but his floor seems to be a lot higher than Rochelle's at the moment. I think with Rochelle playing forward, he just scores so much worse. Whereas with Murphy Reed, he could just play in the forward and he can still push up and do the things that he needs to.
And my trading of Caleb Sarong when Errol Gordon went out, because he was the only semi-decent midfielder who didn't have a bye, trading him in. He had a few good scores when I first bought him in, but this is
Oh, look,
for the past
I
4 weeks.
love Caleb. I choose him almost every year since he was a rookie.
Who's he done?
He does this all the time, though. Like, he is the kind of player that'll rack 32 disposals and score an 80.
Yeah.
Which is not really what you want for fantasy. I think it's a lot better for Supercoach.
Yeah.
So it's really unlucky if you did go there for Sarong. I think it's almost time for upgrade season for him.
Absolutely.
His end is coming soon.
And Colby McKercher with my -3, his 69. He was looking dreadful in my matchup. Shout out to our mate Niam, his client that he used to work with. Colby McKercher was on 54 at 3/4 time. I needed him to get to 65 for me to win my league. He was on 54 for 15 minutes of the 20 minutes in that final quarter. I was blowing up Andrew's phone. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? How has he not touched the ball once?
Yeah,
and then in 1
shocking.
second, kick mark, tackle kick, gets to 69, didn't touch the ball again after
That's really clutch from him.
Oh, clutch for sure, but he shouldn't be scoring 69. I shouldn't be begging him for a
It's
a
not
kick
his
in the mark.
fault. He has a great fantasy game. Clarko.
But-
Think about what he did to Sheasel. Like, he's literally like the next prodigy for
know.
North Melbourne besides from Sheasel.
And I don't know what to do with him because if I trade him out and he goes back to his half-back role, which is where he should be, he's going to be a must-have to bring in. If I don't trade him out and he's ripping 60s and 70s again for me, he's going to drop so much cash when these rookies are scoring higher than him.
I feel like when it comes to the defense, though, there are so many options that are scoring so significantly higher than Colby McKercher with the guaranteed role there, like Archie Roberts, like Nasai, like Sinclair. I know they're obviously top of the line, but they're ideally the guys that you would ideally want to upgrade to in order to not feel bad about trading him out. And he does do well. His doing well score would be like a low 100.
Yeah, nothing even crazy. And if you bring Nassim, who's his doing well scores 140.
Exactly. Like on his worst day where he's getting tagged, he'll get you a 90. Yeah. So I really think it's not a huge deal. And I think almost today would be the time to jump off Colby McKercher.
Absolutely. All right, Andrew, can you rip through your spud for us nice and quickly? Go through them.
Do I have to go quick? Can I throw some daggers at people?
Throw some quick daggers and then we'll delve into it after that.
All right. -3 for me goes to my full forward captain, Maximus Gawn. 92, and he saved that hard. Really hard. 92, and I'm pretty sure he had most of those points scored in the last bit of the second and fourth quarters. So he had his first and third quarters where he just sat up forward and he had 4 shots on goal and he only kicked a goal. It was not very good. He gets my -3 this week. Tom McCarthy, what a fall from grace. +3 last week, -2 this week. 63 when there are blokes like Archie Roberts putting up close to 80 points more than him. It's just not good enough and it's not going to cut it in my back line. I need to be cutthroat.
Yeah.
Phoenix Gothard gets my -1. I know he got the lowest score of 36. He is a rookie and he scored nearly 100 against Sydney last week. So he can have 1 or 2 more before I look to upgrade.
Let's delve into it. Max Gawn, 92. You can tell the story
What the fuck is the coach doing?
The
doing?
messages I was getting from Andrew on this night, he's telling me he's going to lie in the fetal position. Like he is. Like,
I told you this, but I actually followed through, and I was sitting fetal position for a very long time. Full forward. I captained a full forward on Friday night, and it pretty much ruined the rest of my weekend. I was just sitting there with fingers crossed, hoping that my great rank would not tank because of this. And you know what Stephen King said? Oh, great job, Gawny.
Yep.
You can sit full forward in the future as well. Max Heath is now the #1 ruckman in the comp. Absolute circus.
Is Max Heath a must-have now?
No. Don't fucking touch him. He is in the ruck and he's not even winning most of the contests. Like when Gawn was playing full forward, that's when Richmond were on Melbourne's hammer, actually
doing really well.
competing. I wonder why that is.
Did Gawn come into the ruck in the final quarter? Because he was on 50 at the start of the fourth quarter and then he scored 40. So did he come in?
So end of the second quarter and that fourth quarter, he came in. And it was because Richmond were actually looking competitive.
Like I thought that maybe it was like a rust because like a rest for him because Richmond didn't have a ruck. And I was like, oh, maybe this is their rest
That's
for
true.
him.
But if it was a rest, I would rather him sit on the bench, to be completely honest. Sitting forward for Max is not doing anything good except for putting him in the way of getting collided with by a big key forward. That 34-year-old will come crumbling down if he's not careful. I don't know what the coach is thinking. The fact that he's even thinking about doing it again. What happens when they verse a good team?
Yeah,
They're going to get humbled very quickly, and hopefully Stephen King realises, oh shit, we have the number one ruckman in the comp, in our team. Let's play him in the ruck. Crazy idea, right?
Crazy.
Anyway, there's my rant about Gawn. Fuck you, Stephen King. He'll come back next week, I think. Tom McCarthy, he's gone for me.
Yeah, you praised this guy highly last week, same as my Rochelle, and then he just dropped some garbage.
I praised him so high because I waited so long for a pop score,
his 113,
and I got it, and I should have just said thank you, see you later. Instead, I decided to trade Bruin. So if I have the cutthroat ability to cull McAndrew and Bruin, I have the cutthroat ability to get rid of Tom McCarthy. He's had 1 ton in 7 games, and all of them were 80 or under.
The thing is that St Kilda is supposed to be one of the easiest matchups for defenders as well, and he didn't deliver. Did nothing. Yeah, it was really disappointing from him.
It was the Josh Lindsay show.
Josh Lindsay did get pumped by 101 points.
But it's not good enough. 63 against arguably one of the easiest matchups for defenders. That's just not going to cut it. Archie Roberts was 30k more expensive at the start of the year, and now I'm having to sell a farm in order to do that swap. But I'll tell you what, I'll feel a lot better when I do that because Roberts is consistently scoring 50 points more than McCarthy every. That's a lot.
It's a big jump.
That is a bad island to be on, not owning Archie Roberts for now, I think. Tom McCarthy is going to be my way to get there.
I rate it. And Phoenix Gothard, 36. He was also one of your top threes last week with a 99. And he was great. But this was a tough matchup. North Melbourne are very restrictive. There were a lot of guys that didn't actually score very well. But yeah, with Phoenix Gothard, he's been doing great besides from this one game. I think round 1 he scored like a 48 or something like that. Anyway. But he's been scoring pretty much 60 and above every single other week. He's pretty much like my Cook 2.0. Yeah.
So I'm happy keeping him there for 1 or 2 more, just because the Giants have a pretty good run for the next couple.
Yeah, we'll talk about that very soon as well.
And then I'll look to upgrade through the buys.
I like it. All right, let's go through some game-by-game analysis. We had the Bulldogs and Sydney game. Absolute flogging from the Swans in this game.
That was a belting.
Proper belting. Chad Warner. I said it last week.
Yeah, you
did.
And
the week before that.
You did.
I think he's a forward option, but it's this. 3 goals, 3 behind. Only 20 disposals for his 121.
He had a quarter pounder in the last.
Yeah, when Goulden, which is a while away, but Heaney's still got to come back into this team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's going to be...
Warner, even when the CBAs are there, he's not.
Yeah.
He usually just drifts forward. And look, he had to kick 3 goals and 3 behinds for that. And only had 20 touches in a flogging. That's not a very good sign. Yes, 120, well done, but... Me personally, I'm not touching that.
Nah, I'm not going anywhere near it either.
Nah, Brodie Grundy was really good for me, but he did save it. I was actually a touch disappointed considering he was my VC that rolled into Gawn.
He wasn't versing a normal
He was versing 2 rookies and one of them was a debutant, so he should have had next to no excuse. But 2 goals, they were ripper goals.
Yeah.
But think about it this way. Brodie Grundy had 2 less touches than Chad Warner as a full-time midfielder.
Yeah.
That's why I don't pick Chad Warner.
Yeah.
But Brodie Grundy, well done. And I can see some big ceiling scores coming from him in the next few.
Time.
It's an investment. It's an investment.
It'll be fine. Marcus Bontempelli.
The man.
He is a target for people coming up now. He's almost under that 1 mil price, which is crazy to think about.
I own him, so he's 1.009 million.
He's gonna break even of 147.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop even more next week, and then I'm going to be jumping on him as soon as I can.
He's a great play. I actually really like him as a captain option this week as well.
Week?
You could almost jump a week early on Bont.
Yeah, if you
This
could
is
jump
me,
on him
right?
now.
Like I had him traded about 30 minutes before that game.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at him as a captain option this
yeah.
week. It's crazy how the game of fantasy works, but I think the fact that Bont got through it unscathed in that game, you could almost jump on him early. Like that's one of the cheapest prices you'll ever see Marcus Bontempelli. So take advantage of the fact that he's that cheap. I would almost do it this week.
And for me, I'll be jumping on him the week after. Hopefully, rookie down, rookie up.
Yep.
Way to play the game. Riley Sanders, 97. Really good score from him.
Great for anyone that jumped on that.
Yeah,
Yep, very solid.
Yep, just doing what he needs to do.
In a flogging.
Yep, as well. Adam Treloar, your pot of the week last week, 80.
He did it.
Disposals.
He did it in 2/3 of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm actually pretty happy with that.
Yeah, so
Jai
he'll be
Sarong,
good coming up. Jai Sarong has been a fantastic rookie, hasn't he? He is.
80, and he can sit at my D4 for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I've got him in D4 as well.
Yeah.
Break even at 51. He'll keep making money.
He's an extremely strong contributor on Sydney's wing, and he's pretty much solidified himself in that spot. He's got a lot of size on him, so he takes a lot of good marks, and a really agile big guy too. So
coming from Hawthorn, like he already had the footy experience. He already had those pre-seasons underneath his belt.
Of course.
Sam Mitchell knows how to coach, so when Sam Mitchell's players leave, they're going to be good players.
Exactly. McInerney was disappointing.
Yeah, 75 was pretty disappointing from him.
But he had 15 handballs out of 24 touches.
He's normally going for those kicks more than the handballs, so...
And he missed the one goal he usually gets every game as well. So it would have been like his normal 85, but he just missed a couple of stats there. Obviously a hold, he's fine.
Yep, he'll be fine, ready to go.
Ed Richards is not great either. I mean, obviously a tough matchup, but I know a lot of people that held over his injury period and would not be happy with that.
Did he get tagged by James Jordan?
I saw Jordan running with Bont. I don't know whether they kept that or not and just went with Richards instead because he's the easier one to shut down. I just genuinely just did not see Richards that game.
Yeah, he just wasn't around it.
He just wasn't around it. That's how I saw it. But if it's different, just let us know.
I don't know who James Jordan would have tagged then.
He started on Bont.
He did start on Bont.
He started on Bont, and Bont made him look silly.
Yeah.
Which is what he should have probably done against Mullen.
Yeah.
But, Jordan could not keep up with Bont, so I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Richards instead.
Anyone else that's really interesting to look at?
There was a rookie that debuted, Billy Cootie. That's a rough one. He's not going to move in price. Don't touch him. Not an option.
What did he score?
It's like a 30-something. 38.
38,
there you go.
yeah.
So I wouldn't touch that one. There are better options for rookies around that price.
With a goal behind as well.
Yes. So. Good goal, but don't pick him in fantasy.
Yeah. I think that's really it from the game.
Matt Kennedy, 54.
People bought him in as well. I feel
back to old Kennedy,
back to old Kennedy ways.
Guys, you got to remember, he got like a 30 against Adelaide.
That was pretty funny,
That was the whole reason why I wouldn't select him this year.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, we are looking at Richmond and Melbourne.
Cozzy Pickett, we already spoke about his 131, his 4 goals, unbelievable game, 27 kicks, 2 handballs, what a ratio.
That's a great ratio. 4 goals.
4 goals.
Just get fucked at that point, eh?
What an absolute
Seriously,
king.
he's just pulling the piss.
That's my guy, just absolute king.
Yeah, I guess I got to look at getting him in now, don't I?
Jack Steele, 94.
He had 35 in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then just disappeared.
That's 2 in a row.
Yeah. He will come good. He will be fine. I'm not too sure why he faded out, but he was also like the 4th highest scorer for this game.
Yeah, it was a really weird game. It was Cozzy Pickett, Tom Sparrow, and then nothing else really.
Who's picking that as the top 2 scorers for that game? Cozzy maybe, but Sparrow, no way. All right.
We already spoke, but he also gets 2 behind.
He can get a drive by. Gawn is not a forward. Can I just repeat that? Gawn is not a full forward. 1 goal, 2, and he had 4 shots on goal. He sucks as a forward. He's an amazing ruck. Put him back there, Stephen. You know what to do.
I had a look at the hit-outs. Max Heath had 26 hit-outs. Max Gawn had 21.
He literally out-hit-outed fucking Gawn. That's disgusting, man.
It's bad when Noah Bolt is actually getting 12 hit-outs against...
Noah Bolt had 9 less hit-outs than Gawn.
Yeah, getting a recognised ruckman is losing hit-outs to Noah Bolt.
You know what I think might have happened? Noah Bolter was actually doing pretty well on Gawn.
Yeah.
And Stephen King made that switch when he saw that happening. Because Gawn wasn't playing amazing to begin with. Like, he was a slow start. I think he had like 10 points in like the first half of that first quarter. And I was like, okay, a bit of a slow start. And then as soon as he was getting pieced up by Noah Bolter, he just got shifted straight into that forward line. And I think that's what's cooked him. Hopefully not for permanency.
Yeah,
but
hopefully next week he'll be back. But
it was not good. Like 92 seems okay on paper, but that was a disgusting game from Gawn. Probably one of the worst I've ever seen him play. Actually, post game, the whole field was empty. The whole crowd was empty. Gawn was sitting in like this $9 wrestling fold out chair, just with his hands in his lap, and he's just looking at the ground. He looked in bad shape.
He knew like it was.
He knew it was a bad game, and hopefully that doesn't mean he's carrying an injury.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about as well. I brought him in for his 3 lowest scores of the year now. I've cursed this guy, and then if he's injured,
that's a shit trade.
Shit.
Jackson,
trade.
welcome back, mate.
I'm just getting
Jackson's
him back
back
straight away.
Yeah, that sucks though, and hopefully that doesn't affect Gawn in the future.
Yeah.
All right, the rookie of the week.
Patrick Reshko is a must-have. He is the only must-have in the competition at the moment, I would say. Like, you need to get this guy.
From a rookie perspective,
you need
absolutely.
You need to get him in. He's the only one that's going up, like, dramatically this week.
He had more touches than Jack Steele.
Yep.
He had 26. Pretty good ratio with that too. He had 4 marks as well.
3 tackles, unreal.
His meters gained was okay as well. So being off that wing, he has really good forward ball movement, and Richmond really rate him. I think he's just pretty much lock and key.
Lock and key, get him
in that Richmond side.
Already spoke about Caleb Windsor, 88. Still jump off him.
It's an anomaly. Get off him, and thank you, lucky stars, that he gave you that.
Absolutely. And where is the next rookie? Sam Cumming.
58. I would rather get Rechko.
Oh yeah, Rechko 100% more. Was that Cummings' first game, or did he play last week?
No, he debuted this game. Yeah, kicked a goal. It was a great goal too. And he's going to be a really good player. I just think that with Taranto coming back, there's a chance that he could just be pushed completely out of that midfield rotation. Maybe not completely, but like being like a 5th banana or something, like, and he's playing mainly half forward.
Yeah.
Because as a rookie, he was like a mid/forward.
Yeah. So
like that's kind of his role.
He has the ability to play forward.
Yeah.
Which sucks for him, or sucks for us, but
it sucks as fantasy coaches, great as actual AFL coaches.
Sam Grill, 61. Bit disappointing.
The fact that there's no Banks or Short.
Yeah, if you saw Andrew's story or our Instagram story on the Friday night they played, I think.
Yep. I would have said put Grill on field.
Put Grill on field.
Was that a bad call though? Considering the circumstance?
It was the right call.
It was against Melbourne.
Yeah, he should have scored a crazy good game.
He did okay, and this is why I'm not trading him yet, because he had 21 touches. But he only had 2 marks.
Yeah, and the 1 tackle, he just not hitting the other stat lines. But
he wasn't part of that chip around ball. It was just there as the receiver. He's quick as well. He's a great runner, great agility. But when it comes to actually racking up marks on the halfback, Richmond just weren't keen to do it. No. They just feel like without Jaden Short and Banks in there, they just won't do it. They don't trust their youth. Yeah.
Which is
just yet.
Fair enough. They will be coming in. The boy Max Heath, he
didn't even score good.
Nah, 50. And more than half of his points were just from straight hit outs.
8 touches and 1 behind.
0 tackles, 1 mark.
So Heath, just to clarify, guys, Heath played more ruck than forward this game and still scored much less in terms of a points and goals perspective than Gawn did. 1 behind, and he was the main ruck, and Gawn had 1 goal there. Max Heath should be the Gawn of the VFL.
He reminds me of the Samson Ryan, who scored 10. Remember when he scored -2 on his debut?
Yeah,
-2.
That's probably our best selection we've ever had in our fantasy team.
-2. We both bought him in the ruck.
I'm pretty sure we needed him as like buy ruck cover or something as well. So
and he scored a -2.
He is arguably the worst Richmond ruck since Ty Vickery.
But he came to our team as well. Remember when Ty Vickery played for Hawthorn?
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that any more than we need to.
In the Hawthorn history.
I put all my Hawks memorabilia away. We bring it out now though.
Speaking of the Hawks, we're going into the Hawks and Gold Coast game. Good game.
Can we just say, outside of fantasy, Hawks are the real deal.
Hawks are looking bloody unreal.
They are looking good. Let's start with, Amon's great. My brother loves picking him every year. 119 with 31 touches.
He's just a good player.
Just keep in mind with that one, obviously Sicily wasn't in this game, so it might be affected, and Suns are a really easy matchup for defenders. So don't get trapped by that one. I'm not saying he's a trap, but he's not going to be anything spectacular.
I'm also we're going to talk about Connor McDonald next. He's 110. Dylan Moore was out this game as well, which allowed him to go more midfield and to be more of that targeted player.
He did,
He's
yeah.
a good player. 110 doesn't surprise me, but I feel like he was targeted a lot more because Dylan Moore was out.
That's the thing. He was so he was targeted more. 110 is good, and I think it's actually his highest score for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like Connor McDonald. I've said this before, and I actually like him more than Rochelle. I think I've said that before as well.
You guys
because he can score without the need for centre bounce
Yeah.
attendances, which I really like in a player. I don't think this week is the week to jump on him. He's got Collingwood.
Tough matchup, and Gold Coast are the easiest team to score against as well.
His
That's how he's getting these scores.
His
again.
last two matches against Collingwood, he's scored 50s.
Yeah, really
So
bad, but-
I would steer clear from Connor McDonald, but I'm looking at him the next week.
You know who's played well? Jack Ginnivan against Collingwood. He can be really good in that game.
Oh, revenge game.
Revenge game every single time. Christian Petrarca, 106. He was a good buy-in. Tough matchup.
Top two forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Top
Tough
forward.
matchup. He's come in, no goals this week. This is the first time he's played, not kicked a few goals. He just hit all the stat lines. 5 marks, 5 tackles, 28 disposals.
Did what he
2.5.
pleased.
Good meters gained.
Really nice to look at.
Did what he needed to.
Noah Anderson hit his first ton in a very long time as well.
Long time after that appendix surgery.
If you held that, you might as well just continue to do so.
Yeah.
And he's one of these examples of just these underpriced midfield options that we just have a
They're
plethora
going to
of.
be coming in real
So
fucking soon.
we're obviously going to go through a full list a little bit later on, but just some names to throw out there that we haven't already. Hugh McCluggage is there, Dunkley,
Yep.
Noah Anderson, Lockie Neal.
Matt Rao. These are just Queensland
Matt
players we're
Rao.
naming as well.
But then there's also a touch more than that is like Finn Callahan.
Yep, Bontempelli as well.
Bontempelli.
He drops even more.
Yeah, but there's a lot of these guys that just hadn't been pulling. Jai Caldwell. I know he's not a target. I just want to make that very clear. He's not a target, but he's just an example of one of those midfielders that have just not performed.
Dropped his guard, like saying Matt Rao only had the 18 disposals.
When we move into the buys, we're just going to have a shit ton of options to move into, I think.
Options, and it's going to be a really exciting time. It's upgrade season already. It's looking really good.
It is.
That was really it from this game.
There's not too much relevancy here.
Lombard had a decent game for his own.
And that didn't count for me. Well done.
Yeah.
Awesome. 56. That's like his first 50 since round
For
one.
a long time. Like,
if you can still get rid of Lombard, get rid of him
the
still.
only problem is there's no one to go to. Like, there is no one to trade Leo Lombard to.
DPP. If you can get Lombard to Rechko or something like that, then that would be, If he's your weakest rookie, which he should be most people's at least top 3 weakest, then I would definitely look to do a trade
Jump
there.
off him. The game, Essendon and Collingwood, the big one.
Back
for
to being
the
old Essendon.
week.
Back to being old Essendon. We watched 2 games and we're like, Essendon's back. They're not back. I just want to make that clear too. Scott Pendlebury, the LeBron James of the
Are you
AFL.
kidding me? I love that guy.
43 touches and 2 goals is incredible.
And he had 10 marks as well. Like,
Wow. Is he going to retire at any point?
I hope he never does. Like,
They might just do a boomer though, where they retire him 2 years too early, and he could have easily played
surely
on.
not. Like,
I hope not.
I've never watched a season of footy when Pendlebury hasn't been a star of the competition,
No.
which is crazy to say out loud. Like,
No.
every year I've watched it, he's been a star. He's still a star at the moment. Like,
He's been a star since we were wearing nappies, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been fantastic. Nick Dacos is just Nick Dacos.
he had 4 behind. He could have had 4 goals. Like, I remember his score then.
He was my original captain,
Mm-hmm.
and then because I got Grundy and I decided to do the VC on Grundy, C on Gawn, instead of the VC on Gawn and C
Yeah.
on Nick Dacos. So I'm glad he kicked 4 behinds and not 4 goals, because I'd actually be crying. And probably not being in this podcast
You're not making
this
that
week.
mistake again, though, are you?
No, not at all. I'm going to go through captains later on in this episode, but he definitely features in that again, and probably will every single week this year.
Archie Roberts, 134.
Must have.
King.
This is the last week he can get Archie Roberts, I reckon, because his break-even will spike, but more importantly, his price will. He's not going to shift off 120 minimum.
Nah.
No,
He's gonna be
not
really
with that
good.
role. Like, watching him play, I watch him like a hawk as a non-owner.
Yeah, well, he
Just to see why he's racking so much. And, like, I just thought, Essendon have given up. They're doing all that chip-to-chip and stuff, but that's not even just that part of it. Like, Archie Roberts is genuinely just a gun player.
Yeah.
And I feel like I need to just cave and get him in now. And I feel like you all should too. He's a tough watch for non-owners.
Josh Dacos, 121, repaid his owner's faith. First good game in a little while.
He's had a little dip in price, so he's actually a tick under a mil now.
He's
So
someone you could jump on if you needed a defender.
if you need someone unique, can't afford Roberts or Naz, then
jump
I reckon
on
go
him.
Josh.
Dan Houston's has been a good player all
He's
year.
great, and I'm going to hold him till buys
And
at least.
I'm really disappointed in start him. I just didn't believe in him. I thought it was
The only reason I went him over Dacos is cost.
yeah.
And that ended up working out pretty okay.
Yep.
103 is really good from Houston, and that's his second 100 in a row.
Yeah, he's doing well.
I want to keep in mind, he didn't do that very easily this game, which I didn't like. Like, he was a really slow starter.
It was a tough watch.
And then, obviously, Essendon kind of folded like lawn chairs, and they just got to do what they wanted. Pendlebury got nearly 45 touches. Dan Houston is a good pick still, but I feel like mid-season buys is when you can potentially upgrade him.
I wouldn't be jumping on him now.
No, it's too late for him now.
Way too late for him
Way
now.
too late. All right, can we talk about a pod? He's not the pod of the week, so I want to just mention him. Kyle Langford.
Yeah, but 2 goals. He was playing in the back line.
That's why I like him.
But I don't think he is playing in the back line, is he?
Who was missing from... Well, Ridley was gone, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But I think Kyle Langford's back forward now. He kicked 2 goals. He only had 255 metres gained, which shows that he's not actually playing.
Yeah, the role that we need him to.
Like Josh Dacos had 645.
So he's Cam Zerha 2.0.
Yeah, he's Cam Zerha 2.0. He's had a good game and had a few goals and had a few marks.
Kyle Langford used to be a fantasy option though, whereas Zerha never was.
No, Zerha
Langford at least averaged like 80 for a year. He was a great player, but I feel like the way the Bombers are, especially now that they've crashed back to reality, if he's back stuck forward again, he'll just score 50s probably.
Jai Caldwell, mate.
Oh,
People were calling him the best player of the year potentially.
you nearly started him.
I was so close to
You nearly started him.
And you said it was a good pick, and I thought it was a good pick as well. But
Yeah, well, I just wanted to sabotage because I needed to get in front this year. Nah, Jai Caldwell should have worked, and I don't know why he hasn't. 16 touches is just not good enough. He saved it with 7 tackles.
yeah, and 3 marks. Like he just did nothing the whole game.
He didn't even have 100 metres gained.
No.
Like he was just bad player in that game. I would upgrade him now. I would just accept your loss. Actually, how much is he? Because he's like cheap
He's
now.
worth almost nothing.
Yeah, so Caldwell now, oh fuck. So he's 880k. He's lost $250,000 and his break even is still 115.
And his last 3 average is 79.7.
Nah, bro. And he's got Brisbane this
He's not
week.
even averaging 80 in the last 3 rounds.
That is rank.
His
man.
ownership is in the 3%. Could he be pot of the week?
No,
Pot of the
he's
week,
not pot of the week.
Pot of the week, Jai Caldwell.
His 200s are against the Suns and Port. Port's obviously a little bit easier this year
And
now,
Suns
but
are the easiest.
yeah, I feel like Caldwell likes those teams because they love tackling and that.
Yeah.
But no, Caldwell, if you can get him up to Baz or Nick, just do that.
Jacob Farrow, 70.
He's
Take it.
more than fieldable moving forward. And he's one of the last rookies to upgrade, probably.
at the moment,
so long as he keeps his role. Like, he had 19 touches and 7 marks
Yeah,
again.
he's doing what he needs to.
He's doing what he needs to.
Darcy Parish crashed back to reality after a medal game as well. Like, normally he gets up for those bad boys.
I saw multiple people trade him in.
Yeah,
back in. Like, they had him out.
Can you get the stats
and went
up on
back
that?
in.
Can you get the stats up on that?
Yeah, so I'm just going to bring up Parish now. The people that traded him in last week was... Actually, how do you check that?
I think it was right.
Here we go. So for that Collingwood game, 355 people traded him back in.
And 80 traded him out, which is crazy to think of.
After
but then
100.
this week already, 6 people have bought him in and 618 have traded him out.
350 people bought him in last week, though, which was one of the most stupidest trades I could ever imagine. Why would you have Darcy Parish trade him and then go, you know what? Yeah, come back, bro. Yeah, come back. Why not? No, Parish is not the player he was. Unfortunately, move on.
Zach Merritt, 62. What did your brother do?
Captained him. He traded him in and captained him. Zach Merritt, what the fuck happened to him? So Parish and Merritt both did terrible in this game, and it was just a defender game, yeah?
Did our mate Liam captain him as well?
Yeah.
So our mate Liam captained Bont last week for 28 and then Merritt for 62 this week. Shout out Liam.
Shout out Liam.
Shout out.
He's winning our league this year. So Zach Merritt had 22 touches for a 62. Now, after his 150, that's a 90-point turnaround. How though? What? So 1 mark.
Two
That's
tackles.
not great. Yeah, so he just wasn't involved. He was just trying to get the handball receive, and that was pretty much it, I think.
Yeah.
Merritt will bounce back. He's not like Caldwell, where he'll just continue to produce shit scores. He will actually just come back for you. So, for my brother and Liam, hold Zach Merritt.
Hold, you'd be right. Let's talk about your boy, Lockie Blackiston, your favourite player.
Why did I trade fucking Josh Lindsay over him in round 2? Why did I do that? 35, 8 touches, and 11 hit outs.
Is he still their number 1 ruck?
No, I don't even think so.
No, he is.
Oh, he
He's
is?
still the number one. There were
No, 2 metre Peter I thought was rucking more, but he was winning less contests. It was a really weird way that they were structuring that. But either way, Blackiston is not a ruckman. He's barely an AFL player. 35, and I've got to stare at him for a good few more weeks yet. He's only gained like 30k in value since we've had him at the start of the year. He's only gone up. No, actually, so he was 399, yeah? So he was like on the border of 400. He's now 422, so he's gone up 23k since the start of the year.
Oh, I can't believe I told
and
you
I have to
bring
fucking
him.
sit on him.
It was his engagement party when I told him to bring Lockie Blackiston in as well. I was like, you need Blackie.
Oh,
He will-
we'll
he'll-
average under 50.
He will average over
Mate.
60. At his engagement party, ruined his whole life after that.
We didn't take into account dickheads like Blackiston that don't know how to touch a football. 35, and I have to sit on that now.
Can we talk about Darcy Cameron? The fall from grace from this bloke. Can you search?
65.
Can you search up
He
Darcy Cameron?
hit 100 last week, like
Did
the
he?
week prior. Sorry. So yeah, so he went. So he went 108 against Freo in round 5, and then he went 108 against
Oh, so he had a few
Carlton
games in a row.
in round 6, and then last week against the Bombers 65.
Look at his previous scores: a 65, a 50, a 59.
Is he just playing more forward? Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
well,
Like they're trying to. Oh
He's sharing it
no,
with Steenie.
that's Max's future right there. The Steen and Darcy Cameron, Max Heath, Max Gawn.
Yeah, but they know Max Heath isn't the future of Melbourne.
No.
He's too old.
Stephen King thinks so. Stephen, even if he's not,
They could trade in Lockie Blackiston. the end
yeah,
of this year and
dirt
have
cheap, mate. I wouldn't give him a pack of fucking chips for him. Gawn is still the most dominant ruckman, and he still should be. Sorry, we'll talk about Darcy Cameron. I'm going to stop talking about Gawn now. Darcy Cameron should have worked. He had 200s on the trot. The fact that Steen's still in the side, though, and he's doing really well, I think similar to Gawn, you can't pick them now that they're both in the side.
Nah, no way
Like,
at
you
all.
can't touch that. Like, that's almost trap stuff. 108, 108, 65.
Massive trap.
Yeah,
Massive
so
trap.
that's a fail. Get off that if you can.
Let's move into the next game. We've got Port Adelaide and Geelong. JHF, the Hornbag, 120. Bring him in if you can.
34 touches and a goal.
Bring him in if you can. He's the real deal at the moment. The only issue is that we need to talk about is the round 12 bye.
Yeah, so
Some teams are going to be struggling big time. Do you want to get up the...
yeah, still on that now. So with the round 12 bye, teams that are on that one, we have so round 10, 11, 12. So in round 12, we have Adelaide, we have Gold Coast, we have North, and we have Port Adelaide. So that would be, for me, it would be Jordan Dawson, Christian Petrarca, Harry Sheasel, Zach Butters, and yeah, Horny Boy as well.
Yep, I've got a lot of those round 12 buys as well. I've got Sheasel, Petrarca, Rochelle, Cookie Monster, McAndrew. I've got Dawson, Butters, and I've got no defenders in there, luckily.
Yeah, I feel like this week is your first week where you can start looking at your mid-season buys now, because
Yeah.
we're officially a month away from those mid-season buys, and you want to make sure you're not too top-heavy in one.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, so with me, like in round 12, I got 5 on it. That's my heaviest, and then I've got 3 on the 13, and then I've got 4 on the 14, and 3 on the 15. Like I'm actually really balanced, but that's what you guys need to
How many do you have
do.
on the 12?
So on the 12, I've got 5.
Yeah, I've got
but
7 at the moment.
But there's so many rookies that we're going to be like trading
Trading
out.
in and out,
We get
yeah.
3 trades as well, so we can use those however we please.
Like McAndrew, I'll be upgrading that week. Cookie Monster, I'll be upgrading the week before, hopefully. That drops me to 5. Having 5 players out who are like, you can't be trading out the other 5 players, really.
Yeah,
That's just part of the game. And then
that's why I traded out McAndrew, because he was one of those round 12
Yeah.
ones, and just get someone that isn't on that. But yeah, like you guys need to focus on your buys now. It's now getting into round 8. We're now officially 1 month away from the mid-season buy. Sorry.
and bringing in those round 13 players, so the Richmond and Giants guys.
Yep.
We'll be talking about them shortly, but they're the guys we need.
Callahan.
But yeah, Jason Horne-Francis, he's a good player. If you've only got, I'd say, two superstars on your forward line on the round 12 bye, you can bring him in as your third, but you can't be going more than 3 on that round 12 bye.
So Horne-Francis is approximately about 70k less than Cozzy Pickett.
Yep.
Where are you going on that?
That's tough.
Because that's what it is. Like, is it just coming down to buy structure now?
Yeah.
Is it the picking the better
think,
player?
I
or?
think Cozzy, I would choose Cozzy even if they're on the same buy, but Cozzy has the better buy. So Cozzy wins it by 2 lengths. The money isn't the problem. Like, you got to get Cozzy and
if it came down to like which buy was heavier, would you be happier picking Horn Francis over Cozzy for that?
If I needed to, yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Okay,
Yeah, but you can bring Cozzy in after the buy.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, if you need to.
That's true. 120 from Horn Francis, and his 200s back to back were against two very tough teams in Hawthorn and Geelong. So well done.
Bailey Smith 107, pretty disappointing from him. But you didn't even. Did you have him in your top 5?
I did. I had him at 4th though, because he was versing Port Adelaide. I think this was going to be his lower one. 107's still fine, like a kick away from a 110.
Yeah,
and if that's his floor,
you take it
then happy days. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that. He was the highest scorer for Geelong too.
Yeah,
so
he had a good game. Tanner Bruin 106, good, but he's going to need to go eventually as well.
I traded him. Yeah, I just went early because good coaches do that.
Yeah, good coaches do, and they lose to people who are ranked lower than them.
Yeah, apparently. And they captain full forwards.
Tom Stewart, 94. Good from him. Still not fantasy relevant.
Don't touch him, please. He's not fantasy relevant. Like, he will do this. He will give you a 90 or 100 on your occasional week, but Scott loves just putting him in lockdown roles when they don't have the men to do it. So yeah, it's definitely one to watch. I think the fact that they're also putting Max Holmes down back more as well.
Yeah, is
it's killing his scoring potential. So if he is a fantasy scorer, it's no higher than like an 80, 85. Butters is great.
Yeah, 88 with the tag, 30 disposals. He fought through that. He didn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm gonna win this. And he beat him. He beat Mullen.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the umpires had a vendetta out against him. They gave away like 5 frees in like a quarter. Yeah, it was insane. And look, Butters did give away a couple, a couple, but there were multiple times where he's tackled a player and he's caught him cold, and they've gone holding the man, and he just got stitched up. I think Nick Foote put a word in there, but. Well done to Butters getting 30 touches against Mullen when Bont couldn't even get 15.
Yeah,
so really well done to Butters. And I'm definitely happy that I held, and I hope everyone else did too, and if at least on the bench.
He'll be good to go. And then Max Holmes, 79. Disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah, he'll be a defender in round 12 though.
Yeah, so he will be a target.
One to watch.
Yeah, you were saying that to me before. He's going to be a big target coming through. Who else is really in this?
Pretty much it. Jeremy Cameron is just another example as to why we don't pick the key forwards. They do these pop scores when they kick bags, but when they don't, they'll give you a 60.
Yeah, you can't do anything about that.
No. And your boy, Jack Watkins.
Yeah, I'm finally getting rid of him this week.
29.
But tell me, how is he scoring more than Patrick Dangerfield?
Whoa!
And this bloke played Sandful that same day and then came in like last minute and played less than 50%.
Patrick Dangerfield.
4 disposals,
and
mate.
he kicked a goal for a 23. Nah, that's gross. No, definitely don't touch Dangerfield.
Mitch Edwards
and this is probably his
20 as well.
This is probably
14 hit outs.
This is probably Dangerfield's retirement year. With Mitch Edwards, he is not the number 1 ruck answer for Geelong.
Didn't they have someone else?
Yeah, they had Blitzarves and he got injured.
No, but they had someone else that was...
Yeah, Reece Stanley, but he's...
No, but there was another ruckman.
Toby Conway.
Yeah, what's happening to this bloke?
He's the VFL star.
How is Mitch Edwards getting a game over that?
Because they have Blitzarves there doing 14.
Mitch Edwards had 14 hit outs and scored 20 points.
So, what? What?
He scored 6 points from 5 disposals.
Well, that is bad. I don't think I've ever seen that.
The bloke had 27 metres gained.
Wow. That's, they badly needed Rowan Marshall. They needed that more than ever.
Yeah.
And we're going to enjoy that in 2027.
Oh, he's going to be dirt cheap. I can't wait for that.
If you have Mitch Edwards on your bench, I would be flicking him to probably that new guy that debuted for the Bulldogs. I reckon he'd be a better pick.
20 points.
20 points is just gross, man. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go into the Fremantle and Carlton game now. You want to start us off?
Shea Bolton, trap or treat?
Is there a middle ground there? Like he actually
there's no middle ground. That's the problem with Bolton. No, there is no middle ground. It's 138 or it's 68 and there's no middle ground. That's his problem.
I think I'm going to call it now. He's going to be a treat. I've got Bolton in the top 6 forwards, I reckon, this year.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I think he's going to sneak in there. He's had a really good run recently. Like, he's had a few really good games.
He had a 3-week stretch of shit, and that included a 61 against West Coast. I wouldn't go there
before
personally.
that, look at that.
Yeah,
110, 112.
Against Melbourne and Richmond, which are 2 very easy sides for Shea Bolton to kick on. And then, look, like Geelong, Adelaide, Collingwood, and then West Coast, all below 70.
What's his average? 87.5 at the moment.
Yeah, so again, this is why his average is 87, though. It's not like, oh my God, this guy's scoring 87 each week. It's 138 or 68, and there's no middle ground. So if you like your up and down players and you're just happy to get a pop ceiling score and hope you win a week, then Shea Bolton's your man.
I'm still calling it. Shea Bolton, I think, is going to be a top 8 forward.
Yeah, top 8. I reckon top 10.
Depending on DPPs, he could, if they stay the same right now, the forward, he could be a top 6 forward.
I just don't like his inconsistency.
Yeah, it is shocking.
When I do my team up, the one thing I look for in my forward line is consistency, especially because there isn't a lot of it. Shea Bolton will give you a pop score, but I don't think he'll win you the year. So I think Shea Bolton, he has the Bulldogs. I think you can just have a look at one more. His break even is 71. And he has only hit that twice this year. So wait one more and just see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Sam Walsh, 135. That people needed that from him.
Yeah,
that was
badly.
The score they needed.
That was a very good game from Walsh. He just tried hard in every contest.
Yep, got a goal, got it behind.
Very, very good.
I wouldn't be bringing him in, but if you started him, you're happy with that. You can talk about your boy Luke Jackson, who
I
you
don't want to
traded
talk
out.
about Luke Jackson. Why is it that the week that I traded Luke Jackson out, Sean Darcy somehow gets injured? Mate, I don't understand it. Can anyone explain to me why Jackson goes 70s against 2 of the easiest matchups for ruck contests, playing predominantly as a forward like Max Gawn currently is? And then when I flick him, he's suddenly the best ruck in the comp again. Like, make it make sense. Because I can't figure it out. I've done this with Cozzy last year, and I've done it with Luke Jackson this year.
So funny. I love it.
I can't pick him at the moment. Luke Jackson is going to go monstrous this week.
Yeah, really, really big.
I hate it.
We can talk about Jagger Smith. His 89 was really good.
He saved his cash gen. He could almost be a hold for another couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's definitely a hold now.
I think Jake's and that go before him now.
He needed that and he got it. Good on him. Respect to him. But he's going to be back to pretty awful scores again.
You reckon he'll be back to just forward only?
Back to forward only again.
Yeah, well, it's a shame.
Who was out? Someone was out this week and he took their role. Oh, Ollie Holland. So he was playing a little bit of that defense and getting those kicks from the back line.
See, that's interesting considering he played predominantly as a forward or a mid-forward.
Yeah, he switched a lot into the back line and got those little cheap kicks. And
he
had 8 marks that game. That's not normal for Jagger Smith.
Yeah, like I understand why people traded him because Cooper Lord was coming back in too, and he would have obviously just had a permanent mid-spot tagging somebody. So I understand if you did quit, and but with Jagger, like, it's not a big loss. He doesn't have the role. He just had it for that 1 week. If you still have him, just keep him for cash gen purposes and flick him for the early buys or just before then.
No shame in if you traded him out.
No shame. It's
just part of the game. Nick Newman, 88. Whatever.
Yeah, well,
it's just whatever.
I was looking at him as a rookie upgrade. Is it even worth it?
Yeah, I think it's still worth it. His break even's really low.
It is. But Archie Roberts' one is lower.
Yeah. If you can get anyone, it's Archie Roberts, but he's so much cheaper.
Yeah, but that's my dilemma, right? Like, it's a mid-pricer to Roberts or it's a rookie to Newman.
He's under 800k, break even 73. He's got St Kilda this week.
Oh, well, last time he versed St Kilda, he got over 150.
I'm calling a 115 from him this
115.
week. He's gonna have his pop score that he needs to really kickstart his cash gen. He's gonna be good.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If you were in my shoes, Roberts or Newman.
But, like, if you get Newman, you're going to be leaving 400k cash over. That's almost too much.
No, it would be Tom McCarthy to Roberts, or it'd be the rookie to Newman.
Oh, the rookie to Newman.
Yeah, so it'd be about the same.
The stupid thing is, which is stupid to say, these rookies are scoring more, if not the exact same.
This is why I went Guns and Rooks at the start of the year, because the Rooks have the job security.
Yeah, and they're scoring really well. Especially, who have you got? You got Bemize and ZZ top in your back line.
Yeah, just sitting there. But I can flick with Year of the Horse, Ty Gallop. Giddy up.
And Blackiston too, don't forget.
I'm not flicking with Blackiston. Blackiston considers a red dot for me. Ty Gallop I can swap with there too, but I've got Jai Sarong, Farah, Grill, and I feel like if you're running those three on field, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
That's probably the one line where you can run extra rookies, so that's totally fine. And I think I'm just going to do it. I think Roberts is a higher priority than Newman. Newman is still one of the biggest trade-in options this week, just based off the fact that he does have that matchup.
Yeah, 100%.
Murphy Reed, 76. I will take it, considering what Rochelle got.
Yeah, absolutely. So. That's fine from him. We already spoke about Caleb Sarong on my Spud Farm. 66, mate.
He has to go.
0 marks.
He has to go. He is the Caleb Sarong of old. Although, last year we were saying the same thing. He went on this shit stretch of games, and then he comes off his mid-season bye and just goes whack.
Like, hopefully a bye will be good for him. Like, hopefully he needs it.
Well, would that be your plan? Hold him for
I think we're going to have to hold him. He's got that round 14 bye, which is
the nicer
good
one.
Bye. Like, I really need some round 14 bye, guys.
Forced to hold, eh?
I'll be holding him until then, but I reckon he'll come good. I'm hoping he comes good. No one really else relevant in Freo or...
Nah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on. What we got next? Ooh, a flogging.
A big flogging. One of the biggest floggings of the year so far.
All right, let's start with Wilkie. Misso traded him in last week. And
crazy to think about.
Yeah, she was very pissed off because I think he was only on like 50 or something in the third quarter and just went whack and just had a huge one.
16 marks, mate. He just lapped it up.
He loves it.
In the junk time.
And I feel like you could go there.
Yeah, the junk time was disgusting from him. He'd love it.
Who do you... I'm going to ask this question. Who do you pick out of Naz and Wilkie?
Naz. Cheaper. Cheaper. Just because he's cheaper.
Just because he's cheaper?
Yeah, I'd be going for the price.
If it wasn't price related and you just like, you could afford either of them,
Naz.
Who would you go? Really?
I think Naz is still going to be the better player.
I'm almost leaning towards Wilkie.
But Wilkie's...
Naz will get every piece of attention that comes his way. This is the reason why I'm going Roberts as well this week. I think Naz cops Cooper Lord this week.
Do you reckon he can run with him?
Yep. He's done it before. I reckon he'll hold him to an 80.
To an 80? I'm bringing Naz in. I think he's going to have a good game.
Well, he might still, but from a fantasy sense, I think he's just going to be clamped enough to not get that big ton. I think he'll do enough to keep owners satisfied, I guess. Yeah. I'm actually warming to Wilkie more. Like, I'm almost thinking that's my next
Could
go.
you imagine saying that at the start of the year? Like,
you think you got rocks in your head.
Yeah, you think you'd...
But this is the thing, guys. Like, Jack Silvani, he's been doing all of that lockdown stuff, and Wilkie's just been able to do what he wants. Yeah. He's literally the general in that St Kilda back line. He dictates every movement, every play, and he gets every single mark in that linking chain. Everything. Which is what I like. Like, who are teams going to tag? Callum Wilkie or Nasaya? Like, for me, I just want the guys that aren't going to cop attention. So I might even look at Wilkie. I would put him as a top 3 defender target right now.
Huge call. But you can't go wrong. What is he? He's a top...
He's still one of the highest averaging players in the game. I feel like
he's the top 3 highest averaging defenders in the game.
So he is the 4th highest averaging player.
And he's the highest averaging defender.
Yeah. Yep. So I have him in my top 3. He's got Carlton this week. He's got the same one as Naz. And he could almost take a shit ton of marks in that one too.
Far out.
I really like Wilkie. And I think we might be talking about him in the next couple of weeks.
Far out. Love it. All right, let's move on to Willem Dersma again. Oh my God, how did we not choose this guy?
Speaking of, the man I traded out as well.
Josh Lindsay.
No, Jack Carroll.
Oh yeah, well everyone traded him out.
So Jack Carroll was the one I picked over Willem Dersma at the start of the year, and I didn't even end up keeping him. Yeah. So it was a real big fumble on my part because they both turned up.
Yeah, but no one's got Jack Carroll anymore. That was kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah. Jack Carroll had 24 touches and he had that 10 marks, so he basically got to chip around with everyone else. Yeah. It was the Weagles.
They got pumped. Willem Dersma had 11 marks.
Yeah.
They almost didn't even want to play that game, it seems like, with Josh Lindsay as well.
I think Carroll gets a 60 next week. Willem Dersma was definitely the number 1 rookie this year. I think he will take out the medal.
Win it, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Josh Lindsay 97 though was really, really good for owners.
That's
just
kiss, mate.
Really kickstarted his cash. I have him on the bench.
He didn't even get the rising star this week.
You can't call me kiss, mate. I have him on the bench. I have him on the bench.
Mate, I'm captaining full forwards and trading out hundreds and Luke Jackson. Like, how am I kissed? How am I kissed?
You ever captain a Tim English 51?
Yeah, that is true.
Remember when I captained a -3 Callum Mills?
True.
3 years ago?
I forgot about that.
I captained a -3 Callum
No,
Mills.
but it doubles to -6.
Yeah, it was a -6. He did his ACL in the first 1 second of the game, gave away a penalty, did his ACL.
And then, does his shoulder in the wrestling comp with his teammates. Yeah,
I
that's pretty
scored a
late.
-6 and he's calling me kiss.
Yeah,
Listen
mate,
to
but
this guy.
you're going to bring up shit from years ago. Look what's happening this year. I've traded out Jackson.
I got a 51 captain. I got a 51 captain.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Until I get I had a shit captain, but for different reasons.
You had a 92.
Yeah,
I had a 92, not a bad captain.
Oh, mate, I was sitting at 1,001st. Like, I needed 100 at least. Far out. Anyway, Josh Lindsay is a great hold. I actually jinxed it last week. I said, he's not hurting me at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
He's only doing
He
60s and then
that.
fucking whack. So, guys, listen to my next shit call out because that's the player you jump on
They're
next
going to
week.
be doing really well. That.
Yeah, I think so. Rowan Marshall, I'm so sorry for having that as number 5.
Yeah,
I did put an asterisk on that because it was only if TDK was out.
Yeah, you actually, no fault of your own.
He should have been out, TDK.
Yeah, he got injured again.
He got injured again. He should have been rested, and they should have just let Marshall do his thing, but they didn't. So now we just got to sit with a shit Marshall and an injured TDK.
Milan Murdoch, love this guy, 75 and a flogging.
Sorry, we'll go back to Marshall a sec. Is TDK out long term?
No, I think he's going to be back.
Is he going to be back this week?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, never mind.
Yeah, TDK wasn't that injured. It was just...
I saw he was out with that exact same issue,
Yeah,
though.
but I reckon he's going to be back.
Okay, all right. We'll steer clear from Rowan Marshall then until 2027.
Yeah.
Milan Murdoch was great.
Yeah.
I benched him for Jaggers 89.
Yeah, but that's...
It's not worst case scenario at all. Milan Murdoch was great.
Yeah,
75. And that's his lowest score of the year.
Which is crazy to think about. He's just doing everything right.
We'll take that.
Tom McCarthy, you're trading him out.
I'm trading him out.
See you, mate.
16 touches and 3 marks.
Yeah, as a defender.
As a defender.
Supposed to be their
against Saints.
distributor.
Yeah, nah. I don't know what happened in this game. It's almost like Josh Lindsay took it.
Yeah, and just...
But you can't hold that when Roberts is doing that shit,
Yeah,
or
you
Wilkie's
gotta
becoming
get
the
rid of it.
4th best player in the game. Like you can't hold players like
jump
that.
off that.
Now's the time.
And that's really it for the St Kilda West Coast game. How many we got left? We are on to our last 2. The Brisbane and Adelaide
Brisbane's
game.
back.
I was at this
Brisbane's
game as well.
back.
Yeah, they pumped them. Already spoke about Will Ashcroft with his 131. Lockie Neal 159. Vintage Neal.
Vintage Neal. And potentially an option later.
Potentially an option. Zach Bailey's an option in the forward line too if you're desperate.
No, better one in the forward line is Lincoln McCarthy at 118.
Well, he has Dane Zorko's role.
Yeah, so Zork...
But Zork's back this week.
I was going to say, that's the watch. He's back this week.
Yeah,
Because that's a shame, because he fitted really well in there.
I was at the game and he played that really well. He knows what he's doing. He's a good player, Link.
It looked like he did it better than Kadeen Coleman did.
Yeah, he is better than Kadeen.
Would he be the new Kadeen? Like, is Kadeen starting to become that fade-out player and Link is now the replacement?
Yeah, but Dane Zorko, he's going to come in and he's just going to demand the ball.
Well, I think you need to see... Well, I mean,
Both
he's going to be...
together.
What's Lincoln's break-even, actually? Because
it
he'd
would
be something ridiculous.
Well, he had 2 years off. Like, he is...
So, Lincoln's 571 and his break-even's 12. That just sounds like a Zerha.
Check out his match stats, actually. What did he score last week? Did he really have this role? He didn't.
So, 68, 50... Yeah, well... Yeah, so he's got this new role.
A one-off thing, and then dominated too.
His break-even is 12. You could go there.
You could play the break-even.
I like him better than Zerha.
Oh, yeah.
Because Zerha, I mean, if they're not even willing to lock Colby McKercher in that back line, why the fuck would they lock Cam Zerha back there?
Absolutely.
And this is why he was Trap of the Week last week. Lincoln, I don't think is going to be a trap. I don't think he's going to be pulling hundreds.
Nah, not anymore, I don't think either. Jordan Norton, 116.
The man, he's back.
Respect
and
to
it's so good for him, hey?
Yeah, that was a great goal to see at the footy as well.
Yeah.
Really good for him.
Yeah, he kicked
really,
2.
really happy. Yeah, really
good.
happy with him.
Dunkley's first ton
But
since
a
round 1.
Ton, only 22 disposals.
Another one of those later on options.
Yep.
What do we think of Isaac Rankin?
Mate, I nearly bought him in for this week, but I can't with the round 12 bye. And him and Rochelle, they just keep swapping who's playing midfield and forward.
You can't, because you could trade Rochelle to Rankin, and
then
then
the same
you're
thing's
stuck
gonna
with the
happen.
flip side, and you
Yep.
got to do
You
it the
don't-
other way.
It's going to happen the exact same other way around.
Yeah,
So
so it's not worth it. I don't like Rankin at all as a
No.
fantasy prospect. I just wouldn't touch that. McAndrew is not hurting me, which is good. He got sat for the last 20 minutes. He
yeah, that was
he was not looking
so stupid. Like,
I thought I traded out 2 tons in Broome
yeah,
and McAndrew.
it should have been
And
a
I
ton
went,
for
"Oh, shit."
McAndrew, but
No, McAndrew, I think it's almost time to just move him on. Like, he's within reaching distance of every other ruck.
Yeah.
Jackson's, is he a mil now? Or is he still a...
Luke Jackson would have to be over $1 million now.
You reckon?
Yeah,
So, so last week he ticked over. So he's now sitting at 1.07. That's like a stone's throw away.
from McAndrew, it's $300K.
300.
Like dirt cheap.
Yeah, dirt cheap to go an upgrade like that. Well, that's why I did Grundy last week. I just feel like McAndrew's been great and all that, but he's not as good as the other ones.
Yeah.
Like, you can move him on when you feel. Higher priorities like Jake's and that, but McAndrew's there
he'll be
too.
coming up very soon. Hugh McCluggage is 80, only 14 disposals.
Just wait on Clug. I love McCluggage, but just wait, because I feel like he's actually going to be the worst scoring Brisbane midfielder out of those 4.
Yeah.
I think Lachie Neale will cop less attention.
Yeah.
I think Will Ashcroft is now just that bona fide mid. He's officially broken out, if you will. I also think that Josh Dunkley is going to come good as well. He may drop an occasional stinker, but so will McCluggage.
Yeah, they all will. They're all going to stop drop a stinker at some point.
Yeah, McCluggage is obviously the cheapest one, but Dunkley is only like 60k more.
Yeah, he's not.
I would rather Dunkley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
the same
but that's
as
just
well.
me.
Joshua Shelley, really disappointing. 54, 1 behind, 15 disposals. Didn't have that role.
Well, he didn't have a goal, so that killed him, obviously.
So we're going to see how that
So
goes.
just to clarify, the week he doesn't kick a goal is the week he played the most in the forward line. That makes sense.
Make it make sense, hey?
Yeah, like what do you even do about that? What about Toby Murray at 54? Brother's got him sitting on the bench. If you want a forward option, there it is, right there.
He looked awful at the game. Like, mate, when he went into the ruck, Brisbane dominated. It was like, get McAndrew back on that field.
6 hit outs.
He's not a great forward either.
No, he scored well, which is
Yeah.
odd. He had 11 touches
he did the
somehow.
5 marks.
Okay. So he was okay. What was his disposal efficiency like? though?
I had watched him have a set shot for goal, almost directly in front, about 10 metres out.
Oh, really?
And he shanked the fuck out of that thing. I was like, damn.
Yeah, steer clear of toe.
He doesn't remind me of a professional footy player. Like, no disrespect to him, I'm not good enough to be there either, but...
Nah. Oh, isn't that like Nathan Murray's brother or something? Is that who that is?
The Wiggle, Nathan Murray.
No, not Nathan Murray. What's the guy's name? There's a Murray playing on the Adelaide team. I've forgotten. I'll think of it. I'll come back to it.
And that's really... Oh, Oscar Allen.
Oh, Nick Murray.
Is that his brother?
Who the fuck's Nathan, bro? Yeah, that's his brother.
Nathan Murray.
Bro, they look the same. It's just Toby's just a little more ginger. Dude, Toby's just a flat out ranger, man. Like, Nick is fine. Like, it looks... Toby Murray just looks like Nick Murray just shaved his head and his eyebrows and just went, here we go. Poor Toe. Nah, leave Toe alone. He's fine.
I didn't say shit. That was you.
No, Nick Murray. It's his brother. So that's the thing. His brother is like a solidified best 22 player. I feel like Toe might hang around a bit. So,
We're going to start calling him Toe.
Just call it, he looks like a Toe. He's got no eyebrows, man. No, Toby Murray is probably the only forward you could touch if you are actually going to do it. Like, if you needed like a Lombard or something off, like that was the only rookie that you had that was bad, then it's not awful.
Yeah.
Like he will keep returning.
How much is he priced at now? I don't know if was that his first game, but he played last week too.
Yeah, so Toby Murray is 253.
Oh, he's still cheap.
His break even's 9.
What did he score last week?
So he had
Fuck, he scored 23.
yeah,
mate.
but 32% tog.
He only had 58%.
Yeah, so he only played half the game, scored a 50. So
maybe he's better than I thought.
that's what I'm saying, man. Toe is good.
Toe man is good.
The toe man is good. So no, I wouldn't personally go Toe. But like I said, he's probably the only forward option at the moment in the rookie department.
Oscar Allen's out for 3 months.
That guy's
long
cursed.
time.
Poor guy.
What does that mean for Sam Draper? Is he going to be playing more forward? Or is Darcy Fort going to be playing more forward and Sam Draper is going to be an option potentially?
I don't know. I haven't really been paying too much attention to their ruck split.
It's been,
have you noticed much?
I think Darcy Fort is the number one ruck, but it's pretty close.
But it's so weird because, Fort's the number one ruck, but I'm pretty sure he had less hit-outs than Sam Draper in this game.
Draper's just a better player in general. So
did Brisbane see that, though? Or did they just see Premiership ruck and Darcy Fort?
Yeah, I reckon they double Premiership ruck as well.
Double Premiership ruck, exactly.
Taylor Walker scored 11. He had 1 goal, 2 disposals the whole game.
Oh, we're giving shit to Mitch Edwards. And 11 and with a goal. That's disgusting, man. So he essentially scored a 5.
He did nothing.
And 3 of those was a kick. So, poor Tex. The prime Tex is well behind.
He was a gun.
All
right, final game of the week. North Melbourne and the Giants.
Can I just go Max Gawn to Tristan Cherry?
I'm going to have to do that eventually, it looks like.
Yeah, seems that way.
Domination.
145. Like, we were so turned off by how he looked in the preseason. Yeah, but he just didn't look himself.
Have a look at his scores. He has been shocking. He has been the same as Shea Bolton. He just had those massive
He had one bad game, and then he hadn't played since. So he went 96 and 152.
Yeah, massive.
And then he had that shit one against Essendon where he got suspended for, what did he do? Spread
blood.
Yeah, he did a blood transfusion with some other player, and he hasn't played since. In his return game, he bangs out another 140.
He has played only West Coast. He scored 152. Ruckless. Giants. Ruckless, Nick Madden. He's versed Ruckless team.
I mean, if there's any week to jump on Cherry, it's probably this week. He has fucking Mitch Edwards.
Yeah, fuck. He's got all these...
He's gonna dominate. And who would have thought, X has a nice run, let's avoid him. He does have Grundy the week after, so there is that. But nice sugar hit this week. Yeah. But 145 for Cherry, and seems like Cherry of old again.
Harry She's a 113 with the finger injury.
Not affecting him.
Yep, take it. He's a gun.
The fact Matt Rowell's scoring 40s with his broken finger, he's got no excuse, man. Sheasel's popping 113s against the Giants. So, not really good from him. I put a little tag flag for this week, though.
Yeah, it's
or Shane Mullen might go.
LDU or Shees. I'm hoping it's LDU.
LDU sucked last week, though.
Really
so
bad.
I'm actually really worried about Sheasel. I think he actually gets tagged.
But everyone's got Sheasel.
It won't matter.
It doesn't matter for that.
It won't matter, but just don't captain him, whatever you do.
Let's go on to your boy who you're trading out this week.
I'm not trading him, but...
You're trading Lockie Whitfield out. You told me you were going to trade him out.
Because he was on 2 at quarter time.
I get a message from Andrew. I'm trading Lockie Whitfield out. He is the worst player in my team.
Dude,
2 minutes later, never mind. I checked his score. He's good. He's staying in.
He scored 2 and a quarter. It was literally Lockie Ash of last year. 2. He was on 2 and a quarter.
He's on 106.
You quadruple that. He's got a big fat 8 next to his name.
Big boy, big boy.
Big boy, big boy. No, Whitfield is fine. He has Gold Coast this week too. So he should actually be really good.
Yeah, good
but he had 2 and a quarter and he had to really save himself to get to the score that he actually did. He's kind of just like scraping by at the moment with his scores. Like he's hitting hundreds, but he's barely doing it.
Same with Lockie Ash with his 106. He's not hitting those pop scores either. He's just been...
He's kind of
Mr. Consistent with Whitfield.
He's still the guy though. He's still the number 1 distributor.
Yeah, he's more number 1 than Whitfield.
Yeah, the pass of the baton almost.
Yeah.
Not a full pass because they're obviously scoring still very similar, but it's definitely seeming that way. They're liking Ash as the main kick-out guy.
What else is really?
Are we jumping on Caleb Daniel?
Small potato.
Potato. Nah, 104 from Caleb Daniel. I think is his only 100. He has the halfback role that Colby should have had.
Why would you take your number 2 draft pick off a role that gives him possession?
Because he's a forward.
Makes him learn the game.
No, Caleb Daniel just seems to be the backman that they prefer with Luke Parker, who, funny enough, both turned up. So, you don't touch Caleb Daniel, but it's because probably of Caleb Daniel that Colby isn't playing in that back line the way he is. So, just keep that in mind. Brent Daniels is a watch for me.
Back again.
He is cheap and he's a forward, which is what I like. So, Brent Daniels scored a 91. And he's currently averaging 78. He played in round 5, but he missed round 6. 65 and 91 are his 2 scores.
Huge.
Yeah. He's priced at 764, so he's probably still a little too expensive, which is why he's a watch. But I want to see what he scores against Gold Coast this week.
Yeah, the Gold Coast matchup is what's going to be really exciting for these guys.
He might be the swap for Gothard at F6 for me. Yeah. So, we'll keep an eye on Brent Daniels.
Colin McKercher, 69. I already spoke about it.
Just
trading him out.
get him off. Luke Davies-Uniacke scored 68 in this game. He had 20 touches. So this is why I think Sheasel's going to get tagged next week. Or this week, I should say.
It's going to be really... Like, I don't know. It's going to be so important who they tag. If they tag Shees, everyone's going to be
They're both influential players. Obviously, as fantasy coaches, we want Sheasel to not be touched.
We want Sheasel to be
But, realistically, if you're the coach of Geelong... Who are you sticking Mullen on?
Sheasel.
Exactly. So, especially after that performance from LDU, it's almost like he tanked his performance so he doesn't cop Mullen. Yeah. But yeah, just keep a watch on Sheasel.
And your best trading target of the week last week. You're number one. You said Cam Zohar was the best trading target of your lifetime.
Fuck off. I did not. Trap of the week. Bailey J. Williams and Cam Zohar called it both weeks, and I said, do not touch either of them. I said, Cam Zohar will be a forward. Bailey J. Williams won't be great either.
He did play back though, and then him and Colby switched because he just didn't do anything. Cam Zohar.
So he will remain as a forward. He will remain as a forward. He was a trap.
He is a forward.
He went up like 13k or something.
Yeah,
like you went, cash play. 13k.
He's priced at 55 and he scored a 50.
Nah, it's dog shit. And
Crazy.
Get off that. Jump on Brett Daniels actually.
Your boy Oliver Hannaford was pretty disappointing as well. 31.
Yeah, he's doing it in low tog. Which is fine.
He's still 22.
He's sitting around that half game time.
He almost didn't even count this week. 53.
No, 53%. He's not doing too much in terms of tog. But I just want to repeat from last week. He had really tough matchups, and he had another one. He had North. He's now past them. Yeah. He has had games, especially in his good one, like against Richmond, where he had like 3/4 of the game. He had 75% tog.
Yeah.
If he gets that 75% tog against the Suns, he'll get a 60.
Yeah.
So that's all I need from him on my forward bench, considering there's no forwards.
Yep. I love it. All right. That is us done with the
podcast. See you
analysis. Later. Andrew, can you hit us with your top 5 captains nice and quickly, and then we will delve into the stats, everything about that afterwards.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it. I'm going to count down to up. I'll go 5 to 1.
Love it.
5 to 1. Let's go with number 5. I've got Brodie Grundy in his 250th game against Melbourne, which will be a Max Heath ruck. So I'm seeing Grundy score at least a 130 here. He'll go big in his milestone, and probably his second last milestone game.
I like it. Who you got next?
Butters is number 4, versing Crom. Lockie Neal,
big one.
Will Ashcroft, and Dunkley all turned up, including a 160 and a 130. And on top of that, McCluggage scored 80 in just over half a game against them as well. They're giving up a lot to inside midfielders, and I think Butters doing 30 touches on Mullen is going to walk into this Crom matchup and just feast.
Like it.
Butters sits at number 4 for me. Number 3, we have Nick Dacos. The only reason he isn't higher is because he's versing Hawthorn.
Yep.
Sam Mitchell's already come out and said they've got a plan for him this week, as every club does. But there's one of two things that happens here. He either gets clamped by Nash or McGuinness, whoever they decide, and he gets a 90, or he just goes bang. And I'm predicting the latter. I think Hawks will trust their game plan. They've won every game that they've had without the necessity to tag someone. So I actually think Dacos may get off the chain. Slow starter, but he sits as my number 3 option for the captains this week. Number 2, I've got the Bont against Freo.
The guy you were trading out.
He went from being one of my trade outs last week to he is now my number 2 captain option. Have you looked at what Bont scored against Freo?
Yeah, he kills it every single year.
So in his last 3, 2 of them are 140s, which is just incredible. And I think Freo is not going to run a tag of sorts. He'll just kind of do his thing. And Bont will be let off the leash once again. And I think a 120 is on the cards for him again. At number 1, how can we go past it? Even in the most restrictive matchup possible, we have Baz. Even when Roos have been restrictive, Baz has still scored great on him. Like he scored a couple hundreds on him last year, as he does.
Yep.
And I can only see a minimum 120 from Baz this week. As that's why he sits at my number 1.
I like it. All right, let's roll into my 3 rookie targets.
Oh, hang on. Who's your VC and C, do you know, this week?
Oh, I haven't even really looked at it. I'm thinking at the moment,
what are we thinking?
Let me get these buyers off because they are annoying me. This is going to be a tough one. You want to go first, Dewey?
Yeah, so VC for me is going to be Nick. I'm just going to play it safe there. He goes Nick, and I'm going straight into Baz.
Nick into Baz?
Nick into Baz.
Yeah.
There is No, I'm not going to do it this week. I'm not going to moz myself, but I'm just going to go with my 2 most consistent scorers as my VC and C.
Yep. I'm thinking I'm going to be VCing Zachy Butters this week.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling into Naz.
Ooh.
Zachy Butters rolling into Naz
Okay.
this week is going to be...
I don't think you'll need to roll into it.
I don't think I will either. I really hope I don't in case that Ollie Lord tag comes in.
Cooper Lord, but yes.
Cooper Lord, sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Cooper Lord will go to him.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear. He will go to him. It's what he scores. I don't think he's a captain option this week. I know a lot of people really like him as a captain option. I don't think it'll matter for you. I think Butters will just give you a good VC.
Yeah.
So in saying that, what's your line this week for your captain? Because mine is a 115.
Yeah,
it's what Grundy got last week.
I need a 115. I'm happy with a 115.
Yeah, I'm going 115. Yeah. I didn't take a 116 last week and it cost me. So 115 for me as well.
I like it. All right, let's get into my top rookie targets for the week. So number 1, Patrick Reshko.
Yep.
Break even of -24. Bring him in. Number 2 is Samuel Cumming with a break even of 22. You can hold off him for a week, but bring him in if you already have Reshko. And number 3 is Will Edwards with a break even of 11.
Sydney's coaching staff really likes him as a defender there.
Bring him in. Sydney has some players coming back in, but his break even's lower, and I feel like he could be in that team to stay for a few weeks.
I was watching the Sydney game pretty closely, obviously with Grundy there, but I was really happy with what he was doing. He took a few intercept marks and he looked really good in that back line. I know there's a few to come back, but no, I really like Will Edwards. I think out of the cheaper options this week, I don't think Charlie Edwards is an option.
Yeah.
I think there's too many Crows to come back. I think Will Edwards is your cheapie this week.
I like it. All right, Andrew, do you want to get into our top rookies to trade out this week?
All right, number 1, we got Lockie Jakes. His break even has crept up too high. It's sitting at 73 now, which he hasn't even hit for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it is time to go. We say thank you to Jakes and bid him farewell. Number 2 is Tom Myers. His break even is only 39. However, he didn't play last week. So
He's not playing.
So the only reason he's number 2 is because his break even is still very achievable so long as he plays. There is also a little more money on Jake's head as well.
Yeah.
But Myers, you can well and truly go on that for sure. Number 3 is going to be Leo Lombard. He has a break even of 42. After last week, he could hit it.
He could hit it,
but very high risk there.
Yeah.
You're not going to make too much more from him. It's pretty much his expiry time anyway. So
Yeah.
Leo Lombard sits at number 3.
Okay, let's roll through your top 5 trade-in targets nice and quickly so we can clip it up for the Instagram and TikTok, and then we'll delve into it after.
I want to take my sweet ass time with this. All right, guys, top 5 trade-in targets for this week. At number 1, I've put Archie Roberts. His break even is 60, and it is the last week you can get him in for under $1.1 million, and by that point, he's going to be too expensive.
Yep, I
so
love it.
jump on Archie Roberts. Nick Newman is number 2. His break even is sitting about the same as Roberts. However, he has the Saints this week, which in round 24 of 2024, he scored 154.
Massive.
He did a huge one, and I feel like he's going to score above 100 again.
Love it.
Number 3 is Chad Warner. I'm not the biggest fan personally. However, he is the best forward option in that price bracket. Rankin is not cutting it. Rochelle's not cutting it either. And he's also a little bit cheaper than the other guys like your McDonald's and that as well. So he is probably your best forward option this week, sitting at a touch above 800k.
Yep.
Number 4, we have Nasiah Wanganeen Malira. He has a really nice run coming up. I did say he has Cooper Lord. However, the next 2 matchups after that, even if he gets a 90, he'll bang out 2
really
130s following that up. So it'll be worth the investment anyway. And at number 5, as a little cheeky one, I've put Finn Callahan.
He is my trade-in target for next week if I can't afford Bont with the role coming in and the games coming up for the Giants and their bye. He's looking
like a great option.
He's looking like the pick of the litter.
I think with Finn Callahan, you can go a week early. He has the Suns, which is really easy. His break even's still fairly high, but it's not unattainable. He can and will reach it. But just have a watch on him. Finn Callahan, if not this week, definitely next week.
Next week, absolutely. Okay, let's go through our pods of the week.
Here we go.
Let's go through last week. My pod of the week last week was Nick Newman. He scored an 88.
Yep.
Take that every day of the week.
Yeah, take it.
And what is yours, Dewey?
So mine was Adam Treloar, and he scored an 80.
Yep.
Yeah, his price is 95. He did it in less than 2/3 of a game.
Yep.
So he was everywhere when he was on the field, but his problem is staying on the field. He was a really good option there, and I think he still is. I think we just have to wait for his price to come down first.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to roll through our pods of the week for this week, and mine is, speaking of Finn Callahan, I've got Toby Green as my pod of the week with 2.9%, 2.98% ownership. He is in the CBAs for the Giants at the moment, scoring goals. He's been racking up the disposals recently. He has the Giants this week. I think he's going to go massive. I'm predicting 3 goals and 130 from Toby Green this week.
Oh,
I think
shit.
I think he's going to be huge.
Okay, I like it. I really like it, actually.
This is the crosstown rival, the new team battle. I don't know what they call it. They have some name for this game.
It's like the new team rivalry
game,
or whatever. Yeah, who cares, right? Like Tasmania's coming soon.
I think he's going to be massive.
He'll be big. Is he an option?
He's an option. He's a legit option, especially after this week.
What's he priced at, really quickly?
He's in the
824.
824.
And he's a mid forward as well.
Yeah.
Last 3 average of 96.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
Yeah, he's in there.
Nice pod.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Fantastic. All right. Well, let's go with my pod of the week. Sitting at a little bit higher ownership than last week. Don't think we can beat last week's ownership.
No.
Lower ship, though. With my pod of the week, I have gone at 4.3% ownership. Lachie Neale.
159 last week.
Lachie Neale has scored a 159, and he is walking into the easiest matchup of his life in the Bombers. He will go a 120 at a minimum, and he is very cheap. Again, one of those underpriced premium option midfielders. He definitely falls under that bracket, and out of him, McCluggage and Dunkley, I would almost go Neale this week. 100%. So Lachie Neale will sit as my pod this week.
I like it. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see who wins for the next week. Okay, top 5 trade outs this week. You need to get rid of these guys if you own them. Number one is Colby McKercher. He has to go. He doesn't have the role anymore. Get rid of him. Number 2 is Cam Zerha, Andrew's trap of the week from last week. Good call from him. You'll get rid of him. Bailey J. Williams, Andrew's trap of the week from 2 weeks ago. He is not a good player. Get rid of him. Caleb Windsor, I know he scored an 88, but if you still own him, those 40s are coming back in. You need to jump off that as quickly as you can. And our number 5, we've a tied one here.
I reckon you got to pick one here.
We've got Caleb Sarong and Joshua Shelley. I am going to be picking Caleb Sarong because he is that midfielder. For Shelley, there's not that many forwards to jump onto. I'd be trading out Caleb Sarong, but if you have them both this week, hold them this week and see. They've got some decent matchups. Caleb Sarong's got Freo and who have Adelaide?
Caleb Sarong has Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, yeah.
And then Rochelle.
He's got Port Adelaide.
So he's got the showdown. Rochelle, I think, is actually the holdout of them too.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, think about would you go Rochelle to Rankin, or would you go Caleb Sarong to
Rochelle's the
Finn
forward
Callahan?
option. You got to keep Rochelle. There's no other option to really go to.
Rochelle will score back to his best this week.
I'm hoping so. I really need to get him back into the Brownlow Award.
I'll give you that boost, mate. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, let's get it going. I really need it. All right, Andrew, let's finish this podcast off. Let's tell our viewers what our trades are going to be this week.
All right. So my trades are preempted now. I don't have to stress about, who's going to play and who's not. I can now just flick who I want. So I was cutthroat enough last week to go Bruin and McAndrew out. So I'm keeping that same cutthroat mentality. I'm going to be trading out Lockie Jakes and Tom McCarthy.
Yep.
And I'll be getting in Patrick Rechko and Archie Roberts. Archie Roberts is now my D1, and I have 45k remaining.
You just want your team to look like mine as all.
Mate, I'm sick of watching Archie Roberts games without owning Archie Roberts. So now I get to own him, and even if he scores terrible this week, his next 2, he'll combine for 300 points there.
I love it. Okay, and my trade out target, my people I'm trading out are Colby McKercher. Need to get rid of him. And finally, I'm getting rid of Jack Watkins, the parasite on my team.
Woohoo.
I am bringing in Nasiah Wangani-Milera. Naz, he's coming in. He's just under a mil, or just over a mil now. Just over a mil, sorry. Good time to grab him. And Patrick Rechko, the number 1 rookie of the week. And that leaves me with 166k in the...
You can go shopping.
In the Kenny Bank. I go shopping next week. And next week, I'm hoping I can do a Bemeyers up to Finn Callahan and then drop like a Leo Lombard down to whoever comes in, really. That's
That'd
kind
be
of my
really
plan.
nice. My biggest hole currently sits on my forward line. I've got Cook and Gothard at 5 and 6, and I hate how that looks.
Yeah, both
However, with the trades that I needed to do this week, I just couldn't afford any of the top dog forwards that I wanted. So I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait until the right time.
That'll be fine to go.
Yeah, but I think we have some pretty good trades.
I think we'll be looking really good. I'm excited for next week. If you have any suggestions for the green vest punishment, let us know.
We're sick of wearing these shirts. We want to do some funny shit.
We need something better. Let us know if you've got any of those options. Find us on TikTok and Instagram at Fantasy Banter. And if you want to listen to us on Spotify, we're also on Fantasy Banter.
We have a Spotify. Yeah, Fantasy Banter. When it comes to the lives, we're not able to do them because Instagram is shit.
You need 1,000 followers.
Yeah, but we're not that popular. We don't even know that many people.
No, we don't know that many people.
Yeah, so, I'm happy with our 50 subscriber podcast. That's okay. But what I will say is if you guys have any questions or you want to send in your trades, we're going to do videos each week where we'll be answering all your questions rather than the Instagram live. So send in your trades, send in your questions, we're here to help.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram so you can ask those questions at Fantasy Banter. It'll be on our Instagram story.
Yep.
Make sure you're following, ask those questions, and we'll keep them and save them for Thursday for you.
That's it.
Thanks for listening, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.